go by the protocol that has been established by the MC. We have been monitoring your activities since morning, and we know that you have had a very busy day, in addition to having a very busy schedule throughout this week. In fact, from last week, when the convention held into this week. So we do not underestimate the importance of this stopover visit. To us, it is gladdening, it is encouraging, it is heartwarming that you still made out time. You have been busy since morning discussing national security issues with the President of Chad, and all is in furtherance of the safety of Nigerians. And therefore, you are keeping to your word. When we met yesterday and you assured me you will come today, for me is quite honoring that you are a promise keeper. I thank you immensely, Mr. President. While you met the former governors who are our elder statesmen on the receiving line, I wouldn't want to repeat them because I know you recognize each of them. Of course, the traditional rulers are here, but let me especially introduce someone who nobody here will contest why I'm introducing him, an elder statesman well known to you who is about to clock 100 years old, Alhaji Yaya Kwande. It's your personal friend. Baba, you can stand up, let the president see you. Yes. Thank you. One of your other friends, due to exigencies of age, we couldn't bring him here, is Sheikh Yahya Jingir, who is also your personal friend. But apologies on his behalf. Oh, his representative. That's okay. So it's appreciated. Yes, thank you. Also, let me introduce to you, Your Excellency, a special group of people, the families of the bereaved from this unfortunate incident of last Sunday. They are seated to your left. I would just request that they stand for recognition, but I would request after your speech, Mr. President, that you personally have a little chat with them. Please, can you stand up, our beloved family members? We want to thank God for all of you. And our prayer is that may God continue to comfort you. Please sit down. Sir, on behalf of the good people of Plateau State, it's my great pleasure and honor to welcome you to Jos. And it will interest you that you landed in Jos at a very auspicious time, that today the weather that depicts Jos Plateau State came out. And quite refreshing, quite renewing. And we trust that your visit as well will be quite refreshing and renewing to us as a people in the state. You're coming against the backdrop of the unfortunate incident that took place on Sunday, the 29th of April, and which led to the deaths of not less than 29 people and many injured, and leaving these family members bereaved. I want to say, sir, that under your leadership and guidance, even though we came into office in a storm of this insurgency and terrorism, we, through your leadership, were able to stem the tide, and we were able to steady the ship of state to the point where we began to enjoy relative peace. And that is why we began to notice some inflow of direct investment, both local and foreign, because people were beginning to have confidence in the peace that we had attained. This incident of last Sunday is a temporary setback. I'm persuaded that by the grace of God, we will overcome that setback and continue on our trajectory to peace and tourism, to peace and prosperity. We want to thank you, Mr. President. Sometimes when these events occur, it's painful to citizens and they think that nothing is being done. But I want to salute our security forces for all the gallant efforts they have been putting in. People only notice the breaches that occur. They never get to know the ones that we prevent. But I can tell you that the security challenge has stared us in the face, but I'm confident that the efforts that have been put in by the security agencies will continue and to improve. Since this event, apart from briefing you, I've also convened a Security Council meeting where we took some very far-reaching decisions that we think, in addition to the support that we are going to get from the armed forces and the Inspector General of Police, that by God's grace, we will win this war against insurgency. I stand to testify to the people of Plateau State your personal commitment to ending this challenge you inherited. You did not create it, you inherited it. And the thing I like about you is that you don't pass the bulk. You know that government is a continuum, and therefore it's your responsibility and our responsibility as those who are working with you in government to ensure that we do our best to guarantee peace and security to our people. And therefore, your visit to us, like I said, is very timely. If not because of the demands of time, like His Majesty the Bongom said, many people here would have loved to speak and to have a conversation with you, Mr. President, not because they do not trust me, not because they lack confidence in me, but they want to be able to express it in their own words, to know what we have gone through. But one thing that is very clear is that these challenges, which have faced us for close to 3 decades now, Governor Darie faced it, Governor Jang faced it, Governor Lalong faced it, and I have also stepped into it. But one thing, Mr. President, that your leadership has provided, that you have provided us with a new platform to unify our people. Today, I want to tell you that the gum of unity amongst our leaders is getting thicker by the day. And we hope to ride on that achievement to be able to close all the gaps, close our ranks, and make sure that the enemies of state do not penetrate us to cause mayhem and untold hardship to our people. I want to promise you, sir, that by God's grace, I'll continue to provide the leadership that will rally our leaders and our people together so that we can fight this monster that has given us a bad name. Our name is the home of peace and tourism, and we are not willing to let that go. By the grace of God, we will claim our name, and I'm sure, Mr. President, you will support us. On this note, I don't want to bore you so much with so much talk, because we have had very lengthy conversations. But let me re-echo the request of His Majesty the Bongom, that because of the shortage of time, we'll be requesting for a time in the shortest time possible for us to come over to Abuja to have a conversation with you. We think it will broaden perspectives and it will help us to be able to think through solutions together. Like we say here in this part of the world, that 2 heads are better than 1. I therefore will be looking forward to your approval for that appointment sooner than later. On that note, I'd like to thank you for all that you have been doing for us. Let me thank you especially for the approval of payment to the contractors for the reconstruction of the road from Akwanga to Jos. We would continue to trust that that project will be accelerated and it will become one of your legacies to our dear people here. Let me also thank you for trusting us as Plateau people and giving one of our sons the opportunity to lead your own party. We cannot take that for granted. We are very grateful. You have not only trusted him, you have trusted us. And it is our duty and responsibility to make sure that he succeeds and he does not betray your confidence. We'll give him every support to be able to succeed in that office. We look forward to more collaborations together. Let me not forget the approval to recruit 1,000 forest guards to add to the security network here. This would soon become a reality in order, among other things that you are doing and you have done for us. I'm trusting God that you will come back to Plateau in more auspicious circumstances where we'll welcome you with joy, we'll welcome you with dance. Today's visit is to console us, to commiserate with us. Therefore, we will not take away the soberness of this moment. But I want to place it on record, Mr. President, that we are truly grateful for this visit. And as you leave here to go to your next destination, our prayers are with you, that the good Lord that brought you safely will take you to your next destination safely. And we continue to pray for good strength and good health as you pilot the affairs of the nation. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you very much, Mr. Governor, the Governor of Plateau State. Your Excellency, Mr. President, it is my honor.
Why is the past not a source of lesson for us? I've listened to Jang. I've listened to Washi. I've listened to Nachawo. I've listened to the governor. Governor, you and I were elected on a promise of peace and prosperity, not to comfort and create widows and widowers. To bring prosperity as a promise, to bring inclusiveness as a government, to share the hope and aspiration of everyone, to lead our youths. And if they are represented here, let me give this assurance. I don't want to be here commiserating and consoling. I want to be here to establish peace.